If you take a look at the summer blockbusters that are coming out for 2023, there's one thing that I at least noticed when I was looking over the schedule for summer, and that's that a lot of movies are going to cannibalize each other, to be honest. Look at May 19th. So this is tomorrow. Fast X comes out. It's going to be a pretty big movie. At least internationally, it's going to be a massive movie. I'd say the $300 million that's predicted is likely true. Probably not going to be huge domestically. In fact, I'd say there's a good chance that Guardians of the Galaxy could still stay neck and neck with this movie. Internationally, though, this movie is going to crush Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I mean, you can't deny that the Fast and the Furious movies make a shitload of money internationally. I talked about that in yesterday's video. So last week was kind of the last week for not having any really big blockbusters. That ends now. So Fast X this week. Next weekend, Little Mermaid drops. I'm really curious to how that movie performs. Very, very curious. The week after that, Spider-Verse comes out. Then after that, Rise of the Beasts, which is, of course, the topic of this video. And then after that, The Flash, Pixar's Elemental, and I don't know anything about the Blackening, but Elemental. I'll be curious to how that performs. That's another kids movie from Disney. How is that going to perform? I'm really curious on that one, too, because Disney's kind of ruined their image. But The Flash, right there. And then we've got a little bit of a break here with No Hard Feelings, God is a Bullet. But then the week after that, we have Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Now, my point here is Transformers Rise of the Beasts is kind of sandwiched into a bad spot because June 2nd, you have Spider-Verse, which could or couldn't be a hit. I don't know. A lot of really cringy ass shit in this movie, especially that pregnant Spider-Woman. That's really just stupid in my eyes. I don't understand why they're doing that. I hate that female empowerment thing next to like fighting pregnant. It's dumb. These are women that don't care about their children. It's also very obvious to me that anybody that's writing that movie has never been pregnant. Because the last thing a 5-month pregnant woman is going to do is ride motorcycles and do flips and wheelies on it and fight things. Barely lucky if they can walk down a hallway. They're usually pretty tired, and the last thing they should do is be like picking things up that are heavy. I think it sends the wrong message, to be honest. I think that it's stupid. Plus, a punch to the stomach, your kid's done. It's the stupidest female empowerment thing that they've done yet. But it could still be a big hit because it's Spider-Man. But at least there's a bunch of Spider-Man in it, and then Miles Morales. It's a joke. But then, 2 weeks after that, The Flash comes out. So Rise of the Beast is sandwiched between several movies, several potential big blockbusters. And the estimates that are coming out for it are low as hell. Transformers Rise of the Beast tracking for $68 million box office opening. I believe this is domestic. However, these movies have kind of fallen off of their plateau. I don't know how well this is going to do because it's yet another Michael Bay-inspired movie. In fact, the rumors are that this is going to connect the Bumblebee stuff to the Michael Bay movies, which is, I don't think people are really looking for that anymore. Like, why can't you do a real reboot and just give us a real Generation 1 story? Why don't you give us a movie on Cybertron? We haven't seen that. Why don't you give us a Cybertron movie? The Fall of Cybertron. There you go. That's the title for it. This pick hopes to re-energize the marquee movie franchise. I don't think that it will. Check this out here. This one's given it 70 million. Transformers Rise of the Beast more than meets the eye at 68 through 70 million opening box office forecast. No numbers on international. But they say Bumblebee made about 170 in its entire run. Now, China could help it. That's true. China could help it, but it's tough to say. It really is hard to call these movies because sometimes you could be totally wrong. And it's always funny. Like, predictions for Guardians weren't that high. You had people comparing it to Ant-Man, and then I make a video talking about it, but all of a sudden that's my prediction. I never said it was gonna do that. That's what the news outlets were saying. All I'm doing is talking about predictions. And I don't know. I think that this movie being sandwiched between so many huge summer movies might hurt it. Because is there any hype for Transformers anymore? Is there any hype for this franchise at all anymore? I don't know. I have not enjoyed the last several. Bumblebee was okay. But the last couple before that, were just not that good. The only one I ever really liked was the first one. And a lot of people don't even like that one. So I don't know. It just looks like more Michael Bay shit. And I'm just not. Was it Michael Bay or Jerry Bruckheimer? I'm pretty sure it was Michael Bay, right? That did these movies. I want to just give me a Fall of Cybertron movie. I don't understand why that's so hard to do. But you've got outlets out here calling it. Rise of the Beast may be heading for box office failure. Rise of the Beast might have trouble at the box office when facing competition from DC's The Flash and Marvel's Spider-Man. Actually, it's Sony's Spider-Man. Marvel has nothing to do with Across the Spider-Verse or whatever it's called. They have little to next to nothing to do with that movie. That's a Sony vehicle. So, I mean, I'm not the only one that has this thought. You've got Game Rant talking about it right here, and I think they might be onto something. Who's looking forward to this? There's been next to no hype on it. Even when they've dropped the trailers and scenes from the movie, I haven't seen it trend. I haven't seen anyone really hyping the movie. I think you could see a gigantic flop here. And to be honest, I think that would be a good thing. If it flops, maybe they'll actually say, well, maybe we should actually go back to the drawing board on this and try to make it less like Michael Bay and try to do something that the fans are looking forward to. They got Unicron in this, and it's like, stop. Just give me a Fall of Cybertron movie. Just because you came in and gave it a Michael Bay style G1 doesn't mean people are going to jump for joy to go see this shit. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think there's a lot going on in this movie. I think the beasts being in this are kind of stupid. We'll see, though. I could be totally wrong, and this could just blow away expectations, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed to that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.